Hello, welcome to the Medical Minute. I'm your host, Michael A. Weiss. And the topic for today is working your health insurance plan. And by that, I mean from the most efficient and most effective manner. For example, let's take choice of physicians. Now, when you have a chronic illness, your physician is someone you may see for years. But the way health insurance is structured these days, that's not the most economical way to go. But some of us still choose to keep that physician. But you have to keep in mind that this is really what's going on. There are health insurers out there pitching new business to corporations who could be your employer, saying, come with us, here's a great price. And they usually do. But for the first year, that price is great. Then in year two, they raise the premiums by 40%. So your employer looks for a new health insurer, changes health insurers, and then if you actually work your insurance plan, you have to find a new in-network doctor so that you use your plan most efficiently. A final point about doctors. If you don't keep the same doctor, which I like to do, although it's very expensive, when they change every year, you feel like you're part of some sort of manufacturing process. You go in and out to a new doctor, and when you have a complicated chronic illness, it's very hard to connect with a new doctor because they have to absorb all this complicated patient history that you have. So saving money with respect to selection of doctors might not be the way that you work your insurance plan. But with diagnostic tests, that's where you could save money, such as the very expensive ones, such as CAT scans and MRIs. Because what happens there is that a lot of times when a doctor gives you a prescription for an MRI, you'll call around to the different diagnostic facilities and say, do you accept my insurance? They'll say, what is it? You'll say Blue Cross, Humana, U.S. Healthcare, whatever it is. They'll say, oh sure, we accept it. But you have to keep in mind that we accept it doesn't mean that they're in-network. We accept it means, hey, we accept cash also. See, but if they're not in-network, you're going to have a copay for this MRI or CT that could be significantly substantial. I mean, it could be $500, it could be $1,000. So what you need to do is call your insurance company and say, I need to have this MRI or CT scan. I need an in-network diagnostic facility. Now, the other problem you may face is even with your own health insurer, you may get conflicting opinions if you speak to 3 different people on 3 different days. So what you need to do is always get a reference number or some sort of confirmation number for that conversation. And it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong, but eventually you'll find out who's right, and then you call the facility, they'll confirm that they're in network, and that's where you go. Just assume that all scheduled expensive diagnostic tests require prior authorizations, or PAs as they're known in the field. In other words, assume maximum compliance with your health insurer, regardless of what they tell you, and just assume that it's going to be a maximum pain in the butt to deal with your insurer, and that's how you work your health insurance plan.